In this video, I'm going to show you a few locations where you can catch big bass. First, I'm going to take my son to a few of those spots, and later I will give you a lake breakdown where you can find and catch more fish. Nice one, man. There you go. He's right in that grass, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. You got him? You want me to help you? All right, cool, man. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I'll hand him to you. Oh, he didn't have a great hook set, but he got a hook set, so that's all that matters. There you go, man. It's a nice little pound and a half, something like that. They're gonna get bigger.
I don't care. Fish.
Yeah, well, at least you got one, man. He as soon as he hit the grass, that's when he hit it. So, all right, cool. Nice and dark. Good deal, man. All right, there's a fish on this one. I think he's ready. Just gotta keep that rod tight. Yeah, keep that. Don't let our rod down. Oh, that's a bigger fish. Keep my shiner. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. No worries. All right, now look. Get down there and on your kneecaps and grab his lips. Don't pick him up. There you go. All right. Cool, man. Go ahead and let him go. I said, look how big he's fat he is. Yeah, gar or
okay.
Yeah, let him eat it. Just wait. Okay, he should have it now. How's it feel? Keep it rod tip, but don't let it down.
Bigger than the last one.
Well, get him up here.
Trying.
Keep that rod up. Don't give him advantage. Come on. Come on. Bring him over here if you can. He's in the grass. Is that what happened? Come on. Keep pulling.
I'm trying, dude.
Hold on. Come on. Don't let the rod tip down. It might be a bigger fish. Hang on. Come on.
I think he's in the grass.
All right, let me see it. That might be a big fish, boy.
You sure?
Yeah, here, take this thing. There's a fish on there.
Oh, he's in the grass.
It's all right. It's a fish. There you go. I don't know. It felt like a big fish.
He's in the grass.
Pretty decent, though.
Oh, his teeth are sharp.
Yeah. Any size?
What?
How big is it? It's big?
Huge, yeah.
Oh, it's a giant mudfish. Holy smokes, boy. Hang on.
It's huge.
Hang on. I can't, here. Hold on. That's one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. Oh man, this thing's broke. This is a powerful fit. Got him. Boy, that's a big fish right there. That's a big female.
I know it's a female.
It doesn't have a spot down here. Look at that gut on that fish.
Being good.
8
pounds?
8.9. So he's almost 9 pounds.
It was peeing everywhere, Dad.
Yeah. All right. Look at me. Push it towards me a little bit.
It's a little heavy, Dad.
All right. Let's let her go. She'll live. You ready?
Yeah.
Look at that stomach. That's a big fish right there, boy.
It didn't fight. It felt like the little bass over there. I thought it was small.
Probably 'cause he swam with you to the boat.
Yeah, and then I saw this giant like scale reflection right here.
You caught a 9-pound fish. What you got? Keep that rod high, man. Don't let it go down. He's like a decent one.
Yeah, it feels like one too.
All right, bring him to the boat and I'll hook him. There you go. Try to bring him over here. Yeah, it's pretty big. Look, something got that shiner right there. Daggone it. You believe that?
Yeah.
That's a big fish, boy. Got him. That's a pretty one right there. Look at the line. Look at it.
He's spotted.
Look at the lines in that fish right here, man.
Other one's in there.
That's a good hook set, though. Gotta watch that cork, man. You wanna get a picture of this fish?
Yeah, the biggest bass all day.
Got him.
Oh, you can see it shining down his throat.
That's good. He can keep it, man. He deserved it. All right, here we go. Hold it vertical. Awesome.
He kind of has a belly.
Yeah, he got a shiner in that belly. Also, get the other one. Watch the rod behind you.
On your hole.
How's that one feel? It's bigger. Oh, man. All right, take it easy with him. Keep your rod tip high. Is that a bigger fish?
No.
It's not.
You hit it like a bigger fish.
All right. Bring him over here. All right.
Ow, he bit me.
Go, hurry.
He's right here.
Yep. Don't let it get out of trouble. Oh, that's a big fish. Big fish. Bring him over here. That's all right. We can get it out. Oh, look, I think something got the shiner. Dang, that's a nice fish. He did swallow. Let me get the hook out of his mouth. All right. All right. So he doesn't die. All right. Nice fish, man. Got him? Yeah, pretty one to. That's a good one. There you go. Here you go, another day for sure. All right, let me put another hook on this rod, and if you take this one right here. So there's fish out here in this little hole right here. But this is pretty much brand new. It's only a few months old.
All plywood.
Yeah. Yep.
Now read your box.
Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, man.
Someone's doing math equations on the wall.
What?
Someone's doing math equations on the wall.
A math equation. Yeah. But it was built really well. I mean, it's solid wood, so it ain't going anywhere. And I'm sure they put some engineering behind this. But look at the views out here, man. Pretty nice. Be nice to camp out here, wouldn't it?
There's nothing but reeds and water.
We had like a little campfire. And all right, so I'm out here with my son trying to catch some bass with shiners. We caught quite a few today. No giants, but we had a great time. He did catch a bowfin, almost 9 pounds. Austin, tell me, man, how was it today? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
What was the best part?
Catching the bowfin.
Catching the bowfin. So I think that was a highlight of the trip. I believe it's so important to bring people out here, show them this great sport. I mean, because it's definitely a sport. It's a challenge, even with shiners. You know, we didn't come out here and just kind of went crazy and caught all kinds of fish with live bait, even though it is a little bit easier with live bait. It took us a little bit to actually find the fish. And what I'm gonna do in this video, I'm gonna show you some spots where I have caught bass with shiners. And I can't guarantee you'll catch bass every time, but it's a really high chance of catching some really big fish, some nice fish in these spots. So here, check out this video, and thank you so much for joining me. All right, so now I'm going to show you a few spots where I caught some really big bass over 5 pounds on a regular basis using wild shiners. So let me go ahead and show you that spot in case you're new to the lake or you just want to find some new spots to fish. So right here is the boat ramp, and I'm going to go ahead and blow this up a little bit. We're going to go down to S Canal. All right, so let me go ahead and scoot this on. We're going down to S Canal, and right here in the S Canal there's an opening to your right hand side. So as soon as you get down to S Canal, you'll see an opening on your right hand side. Now for months this canal has been blocked up here, so all this has been blocked. You really can't go straight, so you have to take a right. And when you take a right, there's another canal that you can get to. Let me blow this up a little more. As you can see, you see this canal right here? That's kind of where you want to stay in if you have a smaller outboard, or if you don't have a really big outboard where you can blaze through the hydrilla. So if you can get into that little canal and go all the way down until you get to the, I call it the north canal right here, and then you can go to the right. Okay, and right here is where the flag's located. All right, you got a flag right here, and then you got the 45 canal right here. So just the 45 that breaks off. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna blow this up a little more, go down to 45, and right here is a really good spot. Now I call this the Roland Martin spot. So if you watch my videos in the past, and I say Roland Martin spot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's actually right here. Now this is one of the main canals, and there's a lot of boat traffic. But if you put your boat and anchor right here, you can fish this outer edge with shiners and this canal with shiners. And I have caught some really big fish throwing my shiners on this edge over here. Now Roland Martin and other fishing guides use this spot all the time, and there's just a lot of fish that kind of stay in this area. So if you've never been to Headwaters and you want to try to catch some fish right away, I recommend going to this spot first if there's no boats in that location. Now another cool thing you can do, if you take your boat and you park right here, there's a spillway that runs into Farm 13. So you have Lake Garcia if you go to the right, and you have Farm 13 if you go to the left. This spillway, you can hear the water running from your boat from this location. If you hear that water running and you have a bucket of shiners, or bring your rods that were artificial, you can walk up here on this bank and you can fish the spillway right here. And there's a ton of fish around the spillway, a lot of fish. And you'll see a lot of people fish in this area. So keep that in mind. It's another cool location if you've never been here before to look at it. All right, so let's continue down this canal right here. Now I'll make it a little bit bigger so we can get there a little faster. All right, so you go down to the square pond. Now in the square pond on the south side, you'll see 2 openings right here. Actually, you see a couple. You got one right here. You have another one right. You got 3. You got one here, here, and here. Now, I recommend you can anchor your boat right here on this edge and throw your shiners in this canal right here. And also out here is deep water. You'll catch some fish. I caught some really big bass right here. You can also anchor your boat in front of this location and cast your shiners in, depending on where the wind's blowing. If the wind's blowing into the canal, that's a perfect location. You can also fish right here in this little opening right here. That's another good location to catch bass with shiners. All right, so keep that in mind. So just keep in mind with the wind, you want to fish those wind-blown banks or towards that cover, or there's opening in the canals. That's great locations. All right, so let's blow this up. We're going to scoot over here. Now, in the video with my son, this area was choked up with hyacinth right here. So this whole area right here was choked up, so no outboards could go through it. I mean, it was like a sardine packed in, so it was really tight. And the only way to get through it is with a mud boat or airboat. And no airboats are allowed on this lake, so it's got to be a mud boat. Now, you could go down this canal right here and go back through here and come out somewhere down this location, come this way to get to this other pond. But for this day, there was no other outboards out here. And basically, my son came out here and we fished this pond. You see this point right here? This is another great location. You can anchor your boat about right here and cast around this island. Just around this point. It's not an island, but around this point. And there's fish all around here. It's about 20 foot of water right here, and it's really clear most of the time. And if that wind is going across that bank, this fish, they just stay there. Another location is right here. A lot of hydrilla right here. Throw your shiners in this opening canal and also around this bank right here. A lot of good fishing. So this is another area. And another good place where I caught some really big fish. You see how on this side you have another canal. It's kind of a small canal, but right here in front of this canal it drops off. And it's like another canal in the water. And if you put your boat on this edge, either side, put your shiners in front of this canal and around the canal, and you just catch fish. There's a good location to catch bass around that area. All right. So I have given you several locations where I have caught bass. And another location that my son and I were fishing, we put our boat right here. This is a dangerous location on a regular day. However, for this day, like I said earlier, hyacinth was blocking this canal, so no outboards or boats could go through. So we put our boat right here, and we threw shiners in this little area, and that's where he caught that really big bowfin. He caught about I think it was like 8.9 or something like that pound bowfin right here in this area, and a few other bass. So this is also a good location, just a very dangerous location when there's no blockage in the canal. So I don't recommend it. Just that day, I knew with the wind blowing in, it was a great location. The fish were there, and we caught quite a few bass in that location. So that's the key spots where I recommend trying out. I can't guarantee you catch bass, but if you put a shiner in those areas and get around that grass and you fish the wind blown banks, almost guaranteed to get a nice fish in those locations. All right, so let's talk about one other big thing. Let's talk about blockages. So at Headwaters, the wind blows between 10 and 15 knots on most days, and that's because we're close to the coast and there's no way to get around it. So usually get around 10 knots, and it may get a little bit less, but most of the time around 10 to 15. It can go much higher. When you have wind around 15 knots, it blows all the grass, the islands, the hyacinth, and it can build up in this canal right here. Like I said earlier, my son and I went through the mud boat. This was compact hyacinth. We got through it, not a problem. But say you were back here fishing and it wasn't blocked the first time you went through, and then when you came back after 2 hours, this was blocked. Well, you have other routes to go to back here. If you know how to navigate Headwaters, you can get through and come back out this way. If you know how to navigate it. But if you're a brand new person, that could be dangerous. You could get lost because it all looks the same in the back there. When me and my son were coming out of this lake, this blockage right here was gone. Basically all the hyacinth from the wind around 15-20 knots blew out and all came up to right here, and it was blocked right there. So you just got to be cautious if you have a small outboard or a small boat, because it was pretty packed up here. It did have some openings in between, so maybe it wasn't a big deal for a lot of people, but for a boat with a small outboard, you may have a challenge getting out of here. And if it's late in the day, you could get stuck at Headwaters overnight, so just keep that in mind. It could be dangerous. Also, when my son and I came back to leave, I'm gonna get back up here. When we came back to leave, this S canal right here was blocked. So this location right here, I I could probably get through with a mud boat, but I didn't want to risk it. It was more of not hyacinth, but a floating island of stuff, really thick stuff. And I probably could squeeze through with a mud boat, but I didn't risk it. So what I did, I went through the canal, and I went back this way. And there is another canal right here that you can kind of go up, but it was also blocked. So I took the mud boat out here and came back, and there's another opening right here. All right, so I just want to make you aware, if it's blocked right here, you can use this little canal right here. Hopefully it's not blocked for you. I had a mud boat, so I bust through all through the hyacinth and hydrillo through here, and I made my way back to this location, and it was open, so I made it back home, no problem. In fact, let me give you a quick video of me in a bass cat stuck. And I was stuck right here in the S canal. Let me clear this. So I almost got stuck out here in 2020 on a bass cat. Let me show you what I did. So I came through here, not a problem. All right, went all the way up here, and it was stuck right here. Now the island, the clog was really thick. In fact, it went all the way across. So now I couldn't even go through this area right here. So this was even blocked past this point. So it's probably about right here is where it stopped. And I had to take a bass boat, a very expensive bass boat, through this really thick grass. In fact, I'll show you some footage of it right now to kind of give you how terrible it can be to be in this situation. All right, so look, that's it. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Go to some of these spots, get some shiners, get a couple dozen shiners, take a kid fishing, show them this great sport. And I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one.